I want to have Ducklet in the party for a little bit, because, well, you'll see why, but Ducklet is going to be in the party for a while. Lillipup is probably going to be in the PC for, I'd say, equally as long. I think it's also worth starting to make this sort of a ritual of every time I turn on the game trying to, you know, get whatever I can out of it in terms of, like, heart scales and daily events. So I'm going to try to be better about that. Also, that was my computer, not yours. She wants to see acrobatics, and George is the only Pokemon in our party that can learn it. You know, that's not an awful move for George. That covers the grass weakness as well as we really can before getting access to a better ice-type attack that we can teach George. And we aren't really getting any use out of Grass Knot, and we can just remove the experience share at some point too. So I think I'm gonna give acrobatics to George, at least for now. Maybe we just won't use it, but we'll see. It's not the worst option, though. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon White version. In the last episode, we defeated Skyla here in Mistralton City. I almost said Striaton City, but that was, like, more than 30 episodes ago now. This time, we're going to be seeing what there is we can do now that we have our new gym badge. There's no new items available at the shop, and there's no new trainers at the big stadium or small court, so that's all we can do with our new gym badge at the moment. So let's just head forward. Down Route 7 once again. We've already fully explored this route, but we weren't able to go into the mountain at the end of it before. So, seeing as there's no, you know, new HM or anything to go over, and we have seen everything we currently can in the Unova region, there's nowhere else to go. I want to check my party real quick. Actually, no, the setup's perfect. Alright. White. Since we both hold the Jet Badge now, let's see which of us is stronger. Cheren will battle you out of nowhere, once again, as usual. Couldn't even see him. Pokemon Trainer Cheren is going to lead with Unpheasant. Unpheasant is level 33, normal flying type, super luck for the ability, holding a scope lens, knowing the moves Roost, Detect, Air Slash, and Taunt. I led with Strawberry, so we should one-shot with Ice Beam. Especially since we're in the hail. Strawberry might actually be able to sweep here. I say that, but I also know full well that he has Pignite, so, well, he has probably Pignite. We don't know if it's evolved yet or not, but yeah, Ice Body's gonna restore our health every turn. That's pretty good. He's going out for Pignite right away, though, because why wouldn't he? Do you have Earthquake yet, Wilbur? I can't remember. It's been a while. Nope, still Dig. Okay. If he had Earthquake, I would go for Wilbur, but I think it would just be faster to go for George. Pignite is level 35, firefighting type, Blaze for the ability, holding leftovers, knowing the moves Heat Crash, Rollout, Takedown, and Smog. If you couldn't tell, this is where Cheren is going to really start making good use of held items. He's already expressed his interest in using them way back in Striaton City when he had Oran Berries on both of his Pokemon. Now he has all of his Pokemon holding items. It's pretty good. And as always, you can see what starter he'll have depending on what you chose on the sidebar as well. Simi Sage is next. Looks like he finally evolved his Elemental Monkey. I'm gonna switch back into Strawberry. The way I have the monkeys laid out is finally readable, so Simi Sage is level 33, Grass type, Gluttony for the ability, holding a Miracle Seed, knowing the moves Lick, Seed Bomb, Leer, and Fury Swipes. Moveset doesn't differ too much depending on what monkey he has this time around, so yeah, even if it was Strawberry surviving with 1 HP from the Seed Bomb. Okay. I don't think I realized just how slow Vanillish really is, but jeez. That was a risk that I should not have taken. Okay. At least we managed to one-shot it. His last Pokemon is Liepard. We have X-Scissor on Wilbur, so this should not be that bad. Liepard. Level 33, Dark type. Limber for the ability, holding a citrus berry as if it's ever gonna survive one hit. Knowing the moves Assurance, Torment, Fake Out, and Hone Claws. X-Scissor should one-shot easily. Well, if we don't get faked out. Even if we do get faked out, it'll still one-shot, it just won't be turn 1. Your strength and my strength. Right, let's test them. Cheren, you're not even close, buddy. Alright. That was easy. Pokemon battles are fun, but what is it to be truly strong? That was a fine Pokemon battle. I'm happy to see you are both growing as trainers. Ow, my legs. If it isn't the champion Alder, I'm weak, so I lost. And honestly, it bothers me when you call it a fine battle despite that. Oh, honestly, Cheren. Just accept the compliment without the stinging remark. I've asked you this before, but what do you plan to do after becoming strong? If I get strong and become a champion, that will be the reason for my existence. I want to prove that I'm really living. You remind me of Marshall. Of course, having something you want to become is important. But what is even more important is what you do with your newfound power. Anyway, take this. Here, you too. Mo3 Surf. If you use the move Surf, you can travel over water. I shall see you again, young trainers. Don't forget about the needs of the Pokémon at your side. What I do with my power? I don't know that answer yet. First, I want to become a strong trainer so everyone will acknowledge that power. White, next time, I will win. Good for you, dude. Lie to yourself all you want. Okay. So now we actually have an HM. And there is a lot to do with this HM. So much to do, in fact, that we are going to be putting the main story on hold for around 4 episodes. I actually want to teach Surf to George. Surf is pretty much the best HM you can possibly get. 95 power can be used for crossing water. Hits all Pokemon on the field other than the user, which unfortunately includes allies in double and triple battles, but still, that's a great move. And honestly, for now at least, it's worth sacrificing the burn chance from Scald. If we ever want Scald again, we can just go to a move deleter and then, you know, reteach it with the TM that we got. So, yeah. Anyway, this is why I wanted to put Ducklet in the party. There is so much that we have to go and see now. So we're going to fly to Driftvale City right away. First thing we're going to do with our newfound ability to ride on the back of our, like, monkey is surf to this little area in the little riverbank here to get TM 84 Poison Jab. This is a 75 power physical poison type move with a chance to poison. I think it's 75 power? 80 power, okay, I was 5 off. That is usually the number I am off by. Excadrill can learn this. Honestly, just because of the poison chance, I think for now I'd rather have that than X-Scissor. X-Scissor's not really covering any of Excadrill's weaknesses at all. Poison Jab isn't either, but I like the poison chance, so sure. Next up, you may recall that there was a lot to see in Striaton City that we couldn't grab because we didn't have Surf. It's nice to be back here. I like Striaton City's music. It really just gives, like, first gym town vibes. You may see that there's rippling water there. If we walk into that, we will encounter a wild Pokemon. There are a lot of wild Pokemon that we can encounter now that we have Surf, and by a lot I mean like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe. This fisherman will give you a big pearl. That's a good selling item, but starting at this point in the game is where I'm going to recommend holding off on selling even nuggets and pearls to shops, because there is a better place to sell them coming up in the relatively near future. I want to turn on the dowsing machine, because you may remember there was a hidden item here that was taunting me last time we were in Stuyvesant City. We head up here, and you find a zinc. Awesome. Probably going to use that pretty soon. That might be all. I don't think there's anything else in these gardens. Yeah, alright. So that's all for Stuyvesant City, but there's a lot to grab there. We are going to head into the Pokemon Center and heal because we're actually heading into a new dungeon next. For our next location, you're going to want a Pokemon that knows Flash. Since Flash isn't an HM, it's not a big deal to delete moves that you can teach through TM to get Flash on like a main team member. And since Return is something we can reteach easily to Grasslisk, and I don't really plan on using Grasslisk a lot this episode, that should be fine. You may recall this area on Route 3 near the entrance to Nakreen City. We'll turn on the dowsing machine again. We can actually surf here. This is an area that I always forget that you can surf at, but you can. We head up here, we can grab a full heal. Can't really complain about that, those are always useful. God, the range on the dowsing machine in this game is crazy. And there's a Basculin. This is where we can first encounter it in the wild. Rippling water will usually net you a Basculin of the opposite color, so we'd find red Basculin in rippling water, and people playing Pokemon Black would find one with the blue stripe. So there is an item over there. I need to spray a Repel. Encounters over here are the same, including their level, which is a little bit rough, but okay. I also need to remember that I've registered the bag so I can just go in without having to press X when I have the dowsing machine up. Something I gotta get used to. I've been replaying a few Pokemon games, so still not entirely used to the things that are unique about any given one. The Max Ether, well, it's a good PP restoring item. It restores all the PP of a single move. And we have a Pokemon Breeder. Check out how much my Pokemon have grown up. For that to have any meaning to me, I would have had to know your Pokemon before this battle, but Galen, oh, he's a Star Wars character. He's 2 Star Wars characters. Probably more than 2. Galen seems like a pretty common name in Star Wars, but I'm only thinking of like Galen Urso and Galen Merrick. Those are the 2 main Star Wars Galens. This shouldn't be that hard though, judging by the fact that he's leading with a Simisage. And a I'm willing to bet I know your entire team comp now. Surf's animation in this game is so satisfying to me. I don't know why. It's one of those moves that always has like one of the most satisfying animations, all the way back to Pokemon Red and Blue. It's just always fun to look at. You are great. This is a present for you. It is significantly darker now than when this battle started. I guess it's because it's 7 PM now, but okay. That was out of nowhere. I see you, dowsing machine. You got an HP up here. Here? Alright, a rare candy here. Hidden item. Always good to find those. I'm gonna go ahead and use these vitamins now. I'll use the HP up on Darunia. And the zinc, special defense up, that can go to Strawberry. I came into the menu because I wanted to heal up because we're about to head into a dungeon, but I want to get those out of the way too. You may remember Wellspring Cave as the incredibly short cave that barely counted as a dungeon that we rescued a stolen Pokemon from Team Plasma in at the beginning of the game. But there's a little bit more to it that we can see now. There's PP up here. That's a great item. Probably gonna save it for a little bit. Now that we're back here with the dowsing machine, we can also grab a hidden item that we could have gotten a while ago. The dowsing machine is so strong in black and white, it's ridiculous. I wouldn't have known that was there if we didn't have such a powerful dowsing machine in this game. We head up here. Elixir. The water in this game looks so good. I've heard compliments for like the exterior water that you'd see on routes and everything, but something about the water in this cave is making me realize, like, yeah, those compliments are really deserved. Like, this looks good. It's satisfying to look at. I don't know why I'm wasting my max repels when I have 100 super repels, but that's fine. We have an escape rope here. It's a great item. I say it's a great item, but it's a great item just because we're in a cave. I wish I had gotten that dust cloud because it could have been an item. Put the dowsing machine back on. Actually, no, I do need to access my party. This is why I recommended bringing a Pokemon that knows Flash. Lights the cave right up, which is exactly what we need. There is a weird quirk about Flash in this game that only really comes into play in this dungeon. We should be seeing that pretty shortly. Alright, right here. Max Potion. Does exactly what the item says. It max potions. Alright. Hidden item is up there. Alright. So these fellows here, they move when you press B. I've heard various reasons for why these people move. Like, they're facing a wall right now. But I want to believe that this is something similar to I'm forgetting the name of the tower, but the ghost tower that I'll remember the name of at some point and then put on screen and post. I want to believe it's something similar to that, where it's probably something for debugging that was left on the game by mistake. But for the longest time, I thought it was just because they were in view of Flash that they moved, just because it looked pretty natural the last time I saw it. But now you can see how disjointed it is, and it's just when you press B. I'm gonna fight them, but it's just a weird quirk that I haven't seen noted anywhere. I remember Chugga Conroy encountered it, and they soft-locked him because he managed to fight them in a way where they locked him against the wall, and they stop moving when you press B. Or, well, they stop moving when you press B after you beat them in a battle. But, I don't know. It's such a weird quirk that, like the people in Celestial Tower, finally remembered the name, it just doesn't get noted anywhere. I actually didn't know about this until I made a video about a Pokemon White randomizer run that I did on my more successful channel, Winter VA. So thank you to Claydol Master in the comments for telling me about this, because I wouldn't be able to note it here otherwise. I love Poison Jab's animation in this game. It's so satisfying. That thing might have guts. And it's going last, and using Revenge, which gets same type attack bonus. This is going bad. Alright, Leaf Blade. Alright, that was good. Critical hit, too. Good job, Grasslisk. What I am bad at is Pokemon battles. Yeah, that's true. I'm actually curious about something. So we've already used Flash with Grasslisk. I'm curious what happens if we get rid of Flash and replace it with Return before leaving the cave. I'm pretty sure Flash would stay active, but I think it's worth checking. We can always replace Return again if not. Alright, it's still active. Good. That's convenient, because we aren't going to need to use Flash again until the next episode, but, I mean, at least for now, we have a better attacking move on Grassless still. Please tell me I have revives. I have one. Alright. I've waited long enough. I will now continue to fight these people. Oh, trainer, do you want to learn a bitter lesson? That... just a blatantly weird introduction. Let's try out acrobatics. Since we are no longer holding the experience share, I went ahead and gave that to Grassless. Almost a one-shot. Coming from a special attacker, well, primarily a special attacker, that's not bad. I don't regret teaching it acrobatics. Not yet, at least. The training is over. Cool. I didn't soft lock myself either, so good things all around today. Alright, I think that's all the trainers in Wellspring Cave, so now it's more just hunt for items. There's a Mystic Water here, in case I didn't pick one back in Nakreen City. And another hidden item up here, I guess. Somewhere. In this rock, there is a Hyper Potion. Who put these things here? Oh, another hidden item. Gonna spray a repel and go to that dust cloud. If it's still there when I exit the menu, at least. I think it will stay there. Yep. Ghost Gem. I can't think of any instance where we would actually have use for a Ghost Gem, but alright. Flying Gem wouldn't be bad. I would like one of those. That pairs well with Acrobatics because it runs the check for holding the Flying Gem and then gets rid of it and then calculates Acrobatics as damage. So essentially, if you're holding a Flying Gem, you're not only doubling the power of Acrobatics, but like multiplying its doubled power by 1.5 times as well. So Max Elixir here. It's good. Max Elixir fully restores PP for every move. And TM52 Focus Blast. It's a 120 power special fighting type move that's somewhat inaccurate. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone on the team who I'd particularly like to learn Focus Blast. Maybe George, but I doubt George can learn it. But I guess I'll never know until I check, so I'll check in a moment. I knew I was missing something. There is an item up here. We just never came up here because we were preoccupied with surfing instead. Dive Ball. Alright. It's a good looking Pokeball. Not probably going to use it because we have every team member we're going to have for a while. Speaking of that, this is a good point to catch your final team member if you haven't already. I'm not going to, because I have a very specific idea for what I want my final team member to be. But this is not a bad time to. Got TM47's Low Sweep. I believe that's like a 65 power physical fighting type move that lowers the opponent's speed. Let's check that. I'm pretty sure we got all the items we need down here, so I'm fine disabling the Dowsing Machine. 60 power. I am always off by 5. Alright, let's see who can learn Focus Blast. George can learn it. Alright. I'm willing to get rid of Workup. We almost never use it, and I've pretty much given up on my idea of using stat changes, consistently in this Let's Play, so why not? With all that done, we have barely even scratched the surface of everything we can do now that we have Surf. So, next time on Pokemon White version, we're going to see a little bit more of what we can do with Surf and follow up on a tip we got a while ago about a certain legendary Pokemon that we may be able to catch. See you guys then.